So Bitcoin is money, and money is fundamental to the prosperity of any country, nation state, or people as well. So countries that adopt Bitcoin have a massive advantage because they are essentially accessing, understanding, and using gold 2.0, the next evolution of gold. So I like to say that Bitcoin is digital gold because people understand that easily. Gold is simply money. Why is gold valuable? It's because we decide it's valuable. Why is Bitcoin valuable? Because we decide it's valuable. So it's a money that comes from people's own decisions. And with Bitcoin, you can actually store it yourself. It's an asset you can keep in your digital wallet. You can write down 12 words on a piece of paper. So every person can have access to their own money. It's not in a bank account somewhere. So the countries that adopt this new paradigm shift are getting in at the foundational level of a big change. So with Bitcoin, it's important not to think of it as investing in a stock or investing in, a foreign currency. It is a complete change from a financial system built on printed money to a foundation built on sound money. So countries that have adopted have seen massive benefits. So for example, in El Salvador, they passed a Bitcoin law, which we helped them with, and they also passed a digital securities law. And we've seen them experience double-digit GDP growth, 30% boost in tourism. Their traditional bonds are rallying right now. Their credit rating has been boosted from CCC to B. And we're seeing also massive investment on the side of the Bitcoin industry. Companies are moving to El Salvador, setting up operations in El Salvador. And also recently they announced Google moved to El Salvador too, to set up an office. So I think it's very transformative, and it could be a major boost to any country looking to get out of debt and boost their economy. It can be very quick. So the evolution of money historically has been very long, but much like the advent of the internet, Bitcoin lives on the internet. It can evolve far faster than gold or any other previous money we've had. Bitcoin is accessible by anyone on the planet, and this is part of my talk today, this afternoon, Bitcoin at a planetary scale. But someone living in a remote village somewhere in the jungle in the Amazon, as long as they have a cell phone signal, they can receive Bitcoin. So it's transformative on a massive scale because previously, let's say you wanted to buy Apple stock in 1980. You can't do that if you're living in some remote village. But you can get Bitcoin because it's so accessible, it's borderless and permissionless. So I think this transformation is going to be very, very quick because it's like the internet. Anybody can access it, anybody can use it, and it's a rapidly accelerating technology. We're seeing nation states adopting it. We're also seeing ETFs being filed in the US, exchange-traded funds. And one of those is from BlackRock, which is the largest asset manager on the planet. So they're legitimizing Bitcoin as a new asset class or a reserve currency, if you will. But I see this as very, very intense. The transformation is probably 5 to 10 years, if not sooner. President Petro, Señor Presidente, he was very receptive to the idea of Bitcoin, and he actually knew some things about Bitcoin before we met. This was our first meeting, first of many, I hope. But we talked a bit about empowering cooperatives in Colombia with Bitcoin, some of the communities that are marginalized, helping them set up Bitcoin mining to finance their operations, like the little villages. And this is actually a really good idea because there's another pilot project in Suriname that is doing the same thing. They're mining Bitcoin to pay for electricity for turning on the lights in the village. We also spoke with him about initiating a pilot project at the Reficar refinery, removing the flare gas there. So there's a large flare that people can see, but potentially in the next few months we can install a mining operation there to stop the flaring. And then people can see that Bitcoin is environmentally positive technology. But on a higher level, I think Bitcoin can help with the transformation of Colombia's energy to renewables, because you can draw foreign investment in to build new hydropower projects and other green energy energy projects to move away from emissive sources. And lastly, he mentioned that he wanted to establish a working group with us and others in the community to work together on concrete steps of what we could do for Colombia.